Well, bore da, good morning. I'm in a sunny Rhyl North Wales, and I'm going to do a bit of a walkabout and have a look at the sights and sounds of sunny Rhyl and how I remembered it going back many years now. Rhyl has changed. This is the Vale Road Bridge, the main bridge, goes over the railway line, and the railway station. Rhyl railway station is just on my left. But yeah, I don't know if you can see there, the Cob and Pen it's called now. There's Rhyl railway station, by the way. But yeah, this is the main bridge, Vale Road Bridge. Yeah, that building there, it's called the Cob and Pen. That was called a load of mischief going back in the days, and all the Hells Angels used to go there. There was always motorbikes outside, and it was called the load of mischief, but it's called the Cob and Pen now. And just coming to the traffic lights here, so warming up now. A sunny Rhyl, they say sunny Rhyl, don't they? But yeah, see the Sky Tower in the back there, and I'll show you the Leaning Clock Tower and a few other things. But yeah, Rhyl has changed. So when I was, well, I used to work here. I'll show you where I used to work later on in the video. In, well, it was BMS and then it was Motor World. But anyway, there, the Apollo. I don't know, oh, I think it is still open. The Apollo Bingo Club. That was the Astra Cinema. These lights, are they going to change now? Go on, no. Yeah, it was the, you can see now, it's the Apollo Bingo. But it was the Astra Cinema, Astras 1, 2 and 3. There was 3 screens there, and I used to be a projectionist there in there, Astra, and there was a plaza. Wow, that's a derelict building there now. I'll try and get across this road in one piece. But yeah, there was yeah, like an iMunga's store there. Roberts's was it? Can't remember what it was called now. Loads of shops all closed now. Yeah, that was the Astra Cinema 1, 2 and 3. There was 3 screens there. But yeah, so this is the main high street. Half of it you can still drive through, but the top half is pedestrianised across here. And here where that job centre is there, that wasn't there when years back. That was the Crosville bus station. That's where the buses used to come out. But it's the job centre now. But yeah, you can still drive through here. But the top half is pedestrianised, which I'll show you a bit later on. Oh, that building there, Barclays Bank. Another bank closed. I think that was the only surviving Barclays Bank in North Wales. But yeah, another one gone. Got to keep what you've got to be aware of your surroundings. Walking out with an expensive GoPro camera. This is Rhyl we're talking about now. But yeah, there's another shop shut there, and so this is the pedestrianised section, the top half of the high street. And the old On the Buses film shows you them driving down here. Holiday on the buses, as well as I'll show you the Blue Bridge. Show you that a bit later on. Oh, lovely smell from Greg's. Now then, where was Jay's Cafe? Not this one. Oh, I'll show you where the Beatles first, oh, the Lawn pub, that's still there. I've had a few pints in that pub, the Lawn. Yeah, here it was called, oh, I can't think of what it was called, but that's where the Beatles held their first gig in North Wales.
Let me get on that.
Alright. And they got paid £4. See, they played it on a dance set. Saturday the 14th of July 1962. Druggies, I think. Like I say, you gotta be aware of who's behind you in this place. Yeah, that's where the Beatles paid their first gig. Look at all these places shut now. The White Rose still going, that one's shut. Boots is just about still going. Yeah, you got to keep an eye out who's behind you. Walking on with the GoPro. Yeah, and they got paid £4, £4 for about a couple of hours gig. So that's £1 each they got paid, and look at what they're worth now. Well, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, the only two survivors, aren't they? And here, that one there was the Plaza. Oh, it's Piazza Restaurant or something, or Plaza, is it? That was what I watched when Blazing Saddles came out, 1974, and I was 12. So giving me age away now. Right, where's Jay's Cafe? It was along here somewhere, I think. Anyway, there was the mini market was there, and the big market was here. And I can't think it could be there, or it could be a bit further on. There was a little cafe called Jay's Cafe, I think it was there. Don't know what this place was called. Look at all these places shut. Yeah, and that's where Joe Brown, you know, the chirpy Cockney singer, Joe Brown and the Brothers, he said with two V's, he nicked my vinegar. Joe Brown from Jay's Cafe, I'm sure it was there where that Savers was. Yeah, you come in, you can hear him before you see him. Joe Brown, the Cockney singer. Oh, no vinegar on my table. So the waitress come and said, oh, can we have your vinegar? So Joe Brown nicked my vinegar. Anyway, I head out onto the front now, where all the slot machines and hotels are. Smith's is still going, and there's a shop shut there. Oh, KFC, oh, that's a new one. KFC, there's an old KFC, don't know whether that's still open, but this is heading now. It's quite quiet, I tell you, it's changed. If this was a Saturday 30 years ago, it'd be absolutely chocker, but you can see how quiet it is. Get the odd drunk and the odd druggie. Like I say, gotta keep your wits about you in places like this. Walking around with a GoPro. Loads of these places on the front, or there was. And this big place here, that was Woolworths. You could also get to the market from there, if I remember rightly. But yeah, this massive place here was Woolies, and it was an upstairs to it, absolutely ginormous, as you can see. And then it became a bingo hall. And I always remember when I was in BMS, oh, a jumper, and he was right on the top there, and he was threatening to jump. And I'll head this way down the hotels and towards the Sun Centre, then I'll head down that way towards the Blue Bridge. Yeah, and I got heard about it, and it was me and Simon in BMS, and I said, oh, I'll go for a quick look, see what's going on. So I arrived here, it was in the afternoon, a Saturday afternoon, or something like that, I can't quite remember. That was in the 80s, by the way. And yeah, and you could see him on the top there, and then some little old lady was in front of me, and someone stood next to her, and she must have known her, and she said, oh, has he jumped yet? And she says, no, he hasn't jumped yet, and I've been here since 10:30 this morning. The way she said it. But yeah, so there's the Sky Tower in this. I'll show you that a bit later on. And the Sea Aquarium, I'm sure that's closed now. Oh, it is shut, it's all sealed off. But this is where all the hotels, the hotel end, way in the distance there was the Sun Centre. But and that got half knocked down. The Sun Centre and the Rhyl, oh, what's it called? It's like you know, the acts, and you've got the stage, and I can't quite remember what that's called. But anyway, all the sort of load of hotels and more down that way. It's all flats, full of flats now. But the Seaquarium, I think once I've been in there. But yeah, the way she said it, yeah, he hasn't jumped yet, and I've been here since 10:30 this morning. Funny. So yeah, that's heading down towards the Sun Centre, and this is the events arena. Some say an absolute waste of money, probably cost millions to build, and it's just not used for anything. It's all this coloured brickwork, and I'll head up here and give you an overshot of the events arena, which is just footpath closed. I don't take any notice of signs. So yeah, anyway, I head up. I'll speak to you in a minute. So, and here we are at the seafront. Yeah, all this lot I don't know what it's all about. The tide's well out, as you can see, but someone's shouting something there. I tell you, this is Rhyl. Welcome to Rhyl. As I said earlier, gotta keep your wits about you. Something like this. I don't know what's going on there. There's some stalls or something, but this is it. It's the events arena. It costs thousands to make and just doesn't get used for anything. So yeah, right, I'll head back. Yeah, it's that way there. That's where the Sun Centre was, and the Rhyl Pavilion. That's it, Pavilion Theatre. I couldn't quite think of the name of it. And the Grand Hotel. Which one? Which one's the? Oh no, sorry, the Westminster Hotel. Used to have a lot of connections with that place. The West, we used to call it. It's still called the Westminster Hotel. So yeah, with Simon. A few laughs. So I'll show you where I worked as well. I'll show you where. Well, it's not there now, but BMS. Motorspurs. Someone's shouting at me there. So yeah, welcome to Rhyl. Right, let's head on down towards the Blue Bridge. So it's looking from the clock tower, you can see down the high street. That's where on the buses there's a shot of, that's when it was not pedestrianised, but heading down there. And also over the Blue Bridge. I don't know if you can get through here. Can you get through here? But that, oh, pedestrian access only, so yeah, the tide is well out. Some sort of fun fair. Yeah, the slot machines and stuff like that. This is at this end, you know, the amusement arcades and stuff like that. You go in them places, they give you a headache, don't they? All the lights flashing and oh, it gets on your wick. And there's the infamous corner cafe. That was in the news going back a bit now, but police, blue lights going. What's going on here? Yeah, the corner cafe there. So I don't know what the police are doing. So yeah, you can see the amusement arcade blocking the road there. All the amusement arcades, but they would be packed. The days gone by. He switches blue lights off now. So yeah, all the lights going and diddly 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 and all this palaver. So yeah, they used to be all the way along, but they're not now. I think they're just trying to, you know, open up near enough to the high street there. Yeah, there's the Sky Tower. Been up that a few times. It's not in use now. 170 feet, is it? Something like that. Yeah, so I went up there. There's a hell of a nice view. You go right to the top and then it turns, used to spin around. Oh, coming up to Edward Henry Street in a minute. And the bistro, where was the bistro now? A bit further along. So come here to Rhyl. Guaranteed to be a big scrap in the bistro. And the Premier Inn. I think the bistro was a bit further down, or was it there? No, I think it was a bit further down. It was called the bistro. You'd have to get your drink and go by the door so you can make it. You get a getaway because there'd be guaranteed there'd be a mass punch up. But you can hear all the noise now from these amusement arcades. Anyway, keep going. Here we go. Edward Henry Street. I could tell you a few stories about this place. You see it on the sign there. Edward Henry Street. It's only goes around that corner there, and you got the Last Orders pub. It was at the on the corner there, but I could tell you a few things about that place. Edward Henry Street, the druggies, and a little fella put his head through he was banging on the door because we were renovating flats and stuff like that, and he was banging on this door and then it got no answer, and he put his head through the bay windows, straight through. He was all covered in blood and he just staggered off. He looked like he was on drugs or drunk or both. But yeah, I always remember that. I could tell you a few other things as well. Anyway, keep going down towards the Blue Bridge. A bit further down, and here, this area here, there was cycling, you could hire a bike and cycle around for half an hour. There was a roller skating there, and there was a swimming pool, but that's all gone. I'm talking the 70s now. Anyway, and these are all flats and stuff now. The hotels are all down that end. Slow down. Are all down that end, and all here is all flats now. Right, keep going. Yeah, like you can see here, it's all flats and where holiday homes and stuff. I don't know. You'd see to let and vacancies and stuff. I think it's mainly flats and apartments and stuff. Would you want to come and stay in Rhyl? Answers on a postcard. But yeah, anyway, keep going, way in the distance. So you won't see it on this shot because this is such a wide angle. But you see the Blue Bridge, and I'll tell you a bit more about the Beatles too. Anyway, keep going. And it's been in the news recently. The homeless got their tents set up, but I haven't seen any yet. Whether they've moved them on or what have you. It's been in the local press. And also the travellers, as they call them now, innit? They were setting up camp here, but they've been a load of tents, but I can't see any at the moment. I think they must have moved them on. But yeah, anyway, keep going. Getting closer to the Blue Bridge, and then I'll show you the Marine Lake, and then I'll go back more or less into town where the old Quick Save was, and that's where I used to work. It was BMS, Motor Spares, Bradford Motor Supermarket. Then it changed to Motor World. Right, keep going. Sunny Rhyl. And somewhere here was an excellent shop I always used to go to. It was called the Harbour Gift Shop. Well, especially if you were a kid. There's always something, you'd have your pocket money, and I always used to make my way to the Harbour Gift Shop. It was somewhere here. But as you can see, it's not there now. But you sell everything there. You'd be spoilt for choice. Right, keep going. Blue lights in the distance there. What's going on? It says on the sign there that all this land here, site acquired for development. So it's right next door to the retail park, but I can see all blue lights going in the distance there. So I don't know what's been going on or what is going on. Getting closer to the Blue Bridge. Pulled some cars over, I think, but this is the retail park. Got the Aldi range and BN and Costa. Don't know what's going on here. Blue lights going. Pulled over a few cars. They've got all flags and stuff on them, but bit of a crowd gathering too. That's the new bridge. I can't think what they call that now. It's oh, they're having some protests, I think. Legit protests. That's why all the roads are closed off. That's what it is. Don't know what it's about. Something forces or some armed forces show your support. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. I was wondering why all the roads were shut off. But so yeah, this is a bit of a convoy building up here. A bit of a crowd building up. Yeah, that bridge lifts up, by the way, to let boats and stuff. Can't watch. Be very, very wary of people on bikes and stuff like that. This is Rhyl. But wait, look at that. Thunderbirds, I go. I like it. Anyway, I'll show you the Blue Bridge. Blue Bridge. Oh, there's building up down there now too. But there's a band here and everything. Yeah, so I don't know exactly what it's about. It's something to do with the armed forces or something like that. But that's why all the roads are shut. I was wondering why all the roads were blocked off. Yes, I'll show you the Blue Bridge and I'll have another natter. I'll tell you a bit about the Beatles. when they were playing the first gig in Wales. And like I said earlier, they got paid £4. Yeah, that lifts up that for the let the boats in and out, but you can see the tide's out today. But yeah, £4, £1 each for about a 3-hour gig. And I'll tell you the story when I get a bit nearer the blue bridge in the distance there. Now I'll head back to Marine Lake, and then I'll show you where BMS was, and then I'll be it for my Rhyl walkabout. Yeah, so this is the blue bridge, as it's called, because it's a bridge and it's blue, and there it is. And that is featured in the film Holiday on the Buses as well. It was filmed in location in Prestatyn, in Pontins in Prestatyn. But anyway, this is the blue bridge over the Forrid. This area is called the Forrid, and the tide is it's gone out, and it's still going out. It's all heading that way. But so yeah, the blue bridge, or the Forrid bridge, whichever you want to call it. And I'll tell you there, I don't know if you can see, hopefully there, I don't know whether it's still a pub, but there was a pub there, and the Beatles were playing the gig, and they called in there, and the son was behind the bar, and he was serving them and all that, and they were having a chat with him and things. And then the father come down, you know, the actual owner of the pub, and this is a true story, and he didn't know who they were. He says, "I'm not having you for layabouts, you louts." They must have had long hair and beards and things. He said, "I'm not, you know, you're not getting served in my pub. I'm not serving layabouts or something." And he kicked them out. So that's where the Beatles got kicked out of that pub there. It's that one there. Whether it's still a pub, what's it called now? There's something key, something. Probably is still a pub. What's it called now there? Can't see, Matt. The May Quay. It's called the May Quay. I don't remember what it was called when the Beatles were there, but that's where they went there. And like I say, the owner. Oh, hang on, no, I tell a lie. It was the harbour. It's still there. It's the harbour. I tell a lie. The harbour. It wasn't that one. There's two. It was the harbour. I remember now the story. Yeah, the harbour they went into, not that one. And like I say, the son served them, and the owner, like, across this road, a busy road, and yeah, and he says, "You layabouts, I'm not serving you, get out of my pub." And he kicked the Beatles out of the pub. Yeah, it was the harbour, not that one over there, and it's still called the harbour. And get across this road without getting run over. Anyway, I'll get across the road, I'll speak to you in a minute. Anyway, there's the blue bridge. Yeah, I used to go fishing a lot here. Used to catch dabs. Sometimes they'd be in and sometimes they wouldn't be, but when they were in, you used to get 20, 30, 40 of them. The back of the car, the boot, my father's car, it'd be full of fish. Anyway, keep going, I'll show you the marine lake. This is the marine lake. You've still got the train. I don't know whether it's still going, but so the tracks there, that's the station down the bottom there. And it goes, or it used to go all the way around. You can see it's quite a size. So that's the marine lake. Right, so head back into Rhyl. I'll show you the leaning clock tower of the town hall. It's leaning, like the leaning tower of Pisa. Right, I'll speak to you in a minute. And just on my left, it's still called Gwynedd Distributors. That was our opposition, and that's still going. Car parts. It was only Gwynedd Distributors on BMS. Well, it was BMS and then became Motorwheel, but they were our opposition. They were our enemy. Right, heading into Rhyl now. Back into Rhyl. I'll show you the leaning clock tower, and also how safe is Rhyl. Going back a few years, not that long ago, but they did a survey, and out of the top 10 most dangerous streets of 3 of them are in Rhyl, and I've done a video on it. I've shown you the 3 streets, and I'm sure this street's one of them. It's Wellington Road, I'm sure that was one of them. But like I say, out of the top 10, the top 10 dangerous streets, 3 are in Rhyl. Welcome to Rhyl. It's a long old road, this, coming into the main centre of Rhyl. Wellington Road it's called. And on the corner here, just a bit, not right on the corner, just where that, what's it called now, plumbing, it was Don's. It was a fish and chip shop. It was just called Don's. I'll show you a bit now, and I tell you, a lad that used to work there, right rum lad, I can tell you a few things about that place. I'll tell you a few things about a lot of places, but there, that plumbing shop there, it was called Don's Fish and Chips. And I'll tell you, I could write a book about some of the, I used to know a lot of crooks in Rhyl. Not that I used to be involved in any criminal activity myself, but I used to know a lot of crooks and wide boys and stuff. Some of the characters of Rhyl, especially Harry, I won't say his surname, but Harry, I've talked about him before when I was in BMS. He was the Arthur Daly of Rhyl. Anything you wanted, he'd get it. Colour telly, wash machine, anything. And you'd bung him a few quid and you'd have a brand new telly or what have you. You just don't ask questions, but he'd get you. He was literally the Arthur Daly of Rhyl, and that was Harry. Like I say, I knew a lot of wide boys in Rhyl. Not that I was involved in any criminal activity myself, but anyway, in the distance there is the Leaning Clock Tower, which I'll show you in a minute. Right, almost at the Leaning Clock Tower. It's the actual town hall, but it was in danger of toppling over and landing on the police station. But yeah, like I said earlier, this is Wellington Road, listed as in the top 10 of 3 of the most dangerous streets and roads in Rhyl. Well, 3 are in Rhyl, I should say, in the top 10 most dangerous roads in North Wales, and this is one of them. But yeah, I don't know if you can see it from here, but you can see it leaning over. It's leaning over that way, but they had to strengthen it. If I show it from the other side, I think you'll see it a bit better. But there's the police station. They thought it was going to topple over and demolish the police station. The old KFC. There was a KFC there. That's been shut now. That's in another change. It's in the high street. But yeah, anyway, this is the Leaning Clock Tower. I'll show you it from the other side. I think you'll see it a bit better. But they strengthened it. You can see it's right opposite police station. But they thought that it was going to topple over. I'll show you it from the other side there. You'll probably see it a bit better. Don't know if you can, probably is better from the other side, but you can see it is leaning slightly. Anyway, I'll get back into the centre of Rhyl now, and 2 hands on the camera. But yeah, if you can see it from here, hopefully you can see it's leaning across that way. And like I say, they thought it was going to actually topple over. Where are we going now? Go down this way, I think, to around the station and head towards where I used to work, BMS. That's into the high street, so I'm going to cross without getting run over. Yeah, there's Argos, used to be here, and there's another shop. Loads of shops all shut now. HSBC Bank, it's probably closed. There's no banks open now, no one uses banks, do they? But yeah, all these shops here. Yeah, I'll head down to the station and I'll cut around to my old BMS where I used to work. I was 3 years in Denby and then 3 years in Rhyl. Hell of a great fun, I tell you. And like I said earlier, some of the characters that I used to know. Oh, I could write a book about this place. Anyway, keep going. So this is the Rhyl railway station. The pub here, I don't know whether this is still open. B Hotel, it's probably not open. We used to have a topless barmaid in there. But yeah, B and station. Oh, business centre, I don't remember what it was called, but head down this way, but anyway, there's the Rhyl railway station. But yeah, what that pub was called, I don't know, but topless barmaid. Anyway, head off to where the old Quicks was in the BMS. Bit quieter this side. Out of the hustle and bustle. So yeah, in front of me there is what's called the H bridge, because it literally is shaped like a H. But I won't be going over that, I'll be going over the footbridge. Hopefully I won't get mugged. The footbridge going up across the railway line, yeah, and that's where the where BMS was. Interesting to see what's there now. I'll show you where the old Quicks is. BM Home Bargains or something now. No, just Home Bargains, isn't it? Anyway, get over the footbridge, hopefully in one piece. There's the H bridge in front of me there. Goes that way and then across, and then it's the same the other side, shaped like a big H, hence it's called the H bridge. Right, get over the footbridge. Hopefully I won't get mugged. Welcome to Rhyl. I'll give you a bit of an aerial shot too of where BMS was. Oh, good days, I tell you. One of the best places I've ever worked. There's all storage units here, you know, full of storage units. So yeah, show you where BMS was. The madhouse, used to call it. You see there, roughly here. I'll show you a bit better when I get down the other side. But anyway, there's the H bridge. So I'll just pop down I'll show you where I used to work in BMS. Warm today, very muggy, sunny Rhyl as well. Squeeze through here. Right, I'll show you where the oh no, the storage units. BMS was this side. It was roughly here. Well, you can see where this concrete slab is here. This is where it was. Barker's exhausts were here on the end. And it was BMS, Liquor Save, and Freeze Right was on the end there. Freeze Right used to have the freezer stuff and stuff, and it was called Freeze Right. So that's where it was. As I say, Barker's Tyres and Exhaust was facing that way. BMS would be here. Liquor Save roughly here, and Freeze Right. It's quite a big shop. Used to be right on the end there, and that's Home Bargains. I keep calling it BM Bargains. Home Bargains there. That's where the Quicks was. So yeah, good memories. I tell you, good memories. So that's it. I'll head back to the car now. And so, as always, hope you enjoyed it. Brought back a few memories for me. Sunny Rhyl. So, hope you enjoyed it. My little walkabout. Sunny Rhyl, North Wales. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. And I didn't get mugged.